Hi there, everyone, and welcome to this session on academic mentoring and well-being. Doing this session, you have got myself. I am the LLB Student Advisor, Megha Krishnakumar.
And I'm Sarah Lee. I'm the manager of the LLB program.
So today we wanted to do this session to talk to you about all of the different support that is available to you throughout your 3 years here on your LLB. And the key message that we want you to kind of take away is that you are not expected to work towards your degree for 3 years without any kind of support around you. For a lot of you, you might have kind of gone through school having bits of support from your teachers, but perhaps kind of putting in a lot of the work yourself to get great grades and to kind of arrive here at LSE. But we realize as a department that actually for your 3 years here and to get a really, really good degree, that's sort of you completely deserve, you will need some kind of support at some point. It might be once or twice, it might be regularly, but that is just what we are here for and what we want you to know about. And there's both support within the department and across the university. So I'm going to start by taking you through what support is available within the department. There's two forms of support: academic support, which is specifically to do with your studies, and well-being support, which is more pastoral and perhaps to do with issues that might be affecting your academic studies, but aren't necessarily academic in their nature. So looking at academic support then across the department, you have got a number of different people that you can go to receive this. First of all, your class teachers. So each of your different class teachers obviously will have specific knowledge around the course that they are taking you through. So if you have queries relating to a specific course or to do with your performance in any particular course, actually your class teachers are probably the best people to go to as a first point of contact. You can give you guidance and support that's really tailored towards whatever subject matter that is. You will also have an academic mentor, and I'm going to go into more detail about your academic mentor, but you can see here, you meet them twice a term. They give you academic guidance and feedback on your progress as a whole across the courses that you are doing. And they are the people that will be able to provide you with references for jobs or vacation schemes, etc., that you might be applying for. You will also be undertaking the laws program, and actually that is specifically to give you support with kind of your legal research and your writing skills, and kind of to help you with those specific skills that law requires from you. And then finally, we have got our amazing departmental tutor, Dr. Emmanuel Voyakis, who is essentially there for resolving matters which kind of your academic mentors and your class teachers maybe can't deal with. So kind of things that you want to refer to someone else and talk to on a kind of course basis. He's also there for you. So to focus specifically in on probably what's perhaps going to be your most regular form of academic support is academic mentoring. So you are each going to be allocated, I'll move this down here, you are each going to be allocated an academic mentor within the department. They are going to be your key point of contact and actually will keep an overview on your academic progress and also your well-being. So kind of seeing an overlap here, it might be that for some of you, you actually hold a really strong relationship with your academic mentor, and actually you're happy to go to them and chat about things which aren't necessarily academic as well. That's great, that's absolutely fine. But for some of you, that relationship might be more just about your academics. They can provide guidance, coaching on a wide range of academic and pastoral issues. And also, I think in some ways, most importantly, can share their experience. All of them have been through where you are now and have managed to successfully gain their kind of degrees. And actually, they are great people to just call upon for support and hearing about their experiences, whether they're kind of similar to routes that you want to go into or completely different. And actually, I think for academic mentoring, one of the things which is really, really key is if you see this link at the bottom, there is an entire academic mentoring portal that is dedicated to giving you information about that relationship and what that will hold for your 3 years at university, and can give you kind of guidance and support. If you've got a meeting coming up and you think, okay, I want to go with a bit of a plan, but I'm not too sure what that is at the moment. You can kind of go onto that portal and it gives you ideas for things to talk about, maybe what's relevant in your first and your second and your third year. So it's a great source of support. So academic mentor is really important. You will be meeting them twice a term, so 2 times in the Michaelmas term, 2 times in the summer term, and they are absolutely fantastic and a great source of support. Looking then, if we move on here, like I said, there are clear expectations from what you can expect from your academic mentor and what they will expect from you. So as I said, you'll meet them 2 times. It might sometimes be on your own, it might sometimes be in a group, which is quite nice because you can meet the other academic mentees that your mentor has. They're going to provide you with academic guidance and feedback, pastoral guidance and signposting. So it might be that you go to your academic mentor with an issue that isn't academic, and they might say, you know, thank you for telling me about this. And they might say, actually, I think it's best that you come speak to me, Mega, because my job is purely pastoral. Or it might be that they immediately say, do you know what, I think you need to go to the Wellbeing services, and they kind of refer you on there. And also the final kind of job of your academic mentor is to inform Sarah and Sarah's team about any kind of concerns to do with attendance or progress to enable further support. And I think that's kind of the key message to get across, is when they are informing the department of any issues, it's not to kind of tell you off, it's not to you know, get someone else to tell you off, it's actually just to be able to support you and give you extra support that you need. In terms of then looking at what to expect from what your academic mentor expects from you, I think one of the first things is to do with communication. Ooh, apologies on that. Let me just go back. There we go. Okay, so they want you to communicate with them really openly and clearly. Sometimes when the relationship can get a bit strained is just to do when there's kind of a lack of timely communication. So just ensure that if your academic mentor gets in touch with you and says, oh, can we meet later this week? If you're not able to do that, that's absolutely fine, but just let them know so you can reorganize that as soon as possible. They would probably, in a lot of cases, when I've talked to academic mentors, when they talk about students raising issues, for our sakes, we want you to raise those issues as early as possible, because that allows myself, Sarah, the rest of the team to look for solutions that can positively impact your studies sooner rather than later. And it means that issues don't build up into, you know, something much bigger than perhaps they started out as. And also, all your academic mentor asks from you is that take a little bit of time before each meeting to just think about what you might want to speak about with them, and if there's any particular issues on your mind. And actually, that's where the academic mentoring portal can come in really useful in being able to do that. In terms of pastoral support, you will see my picture up there. So within the department, I am sort of your confidential first point of contact for any pastoral issues. It might be that there are family issues, housing, finance issues that you are facing, or just questions that you have. And I can be your #1 point of contact in the department for those. It might be, I work really closely with academic mentors. It might be that they refer you to me or ask me to get in touch with you if there's something that they're particularly worried about when speaking to you. And that just means that your academic mentors and myself can work together to support you in the best possible way. I can provide you with guidance and signpost you to wider LSE support kind of services. So it might be, for instance, that I say to you, do you know what, I think you could do with speaking to a trained counsellor. So actually you should go to the counselling service. Or, you know, it might be good for you to have an inclusion plan to help you be supported on your studies. You need to go to the wellbeing services. So that's essentially what my job is, first point of contact. And I think it's just really, really important to emphasize, you don't have to have a specific issue to come and see me. It might just be that you think, I'm not feeling great at the moment, and I actually just need somebody to talk to and offload what's on my mind. And it could be that you just come and, you know, talk to me for 15 minutes straight. You don't necessarily want anything from me, but just somebody to offload what's on your mind. And you know, if need be, we can then talk about that, and I can give you guidance on that. I will have office hours, which are going to be on Student Hub For Michaelmas term, they will mainly be via Zoom, which has worked really well over the summer term with students. But there will be some in-person hours as well, and you can access them. So if you're on campus and you want to come and see me, that can be done as well. If you ever struggle with Student Hub, as I know sometimes students do, just send me an email and we can organise those meetings via email.
Okay, so now I'm going to talk a little about the wider support available at LSE beyond the department. I'm going to talk about both academic and wellbeing support. So again, I'll start with the academic support. Next slide, Mega.
Oh yeah, there we go.
So firstly, I want to talk a little bit about LSE Life, and there will be information videos available, which we'll link to on our Moodle page about LSE Life, where they talk about the support available there. But there's two main forms of support with LSE Life. One are their workshops. These are on study skills, essay writing skills, English language support, exam preparation, how to research. There's everything you could possibly imagine. They also do a number of Life in London type events where they try and organise for students to learn a bit more about London and to travel around London. They also offer one-to-one sessions, and that's where you book in with a study advisor and have a chat to them about your work. For example, you could send a copy of your essay to them and then go and have a chat to them about how maybe you structure it a bit better. They have a website, which you can see on the slide, but they also have a Moodle page, and on the Moodle page you will see a wide range of recordings, podcasts, PowerPoints with a lot of this material covered too. So I would urge you to go and explore the LSE Life Moodle page. I certainly found it very useful myself when I was studying part-time with LSE recently. So secondly, there's your peers. Second and third year law students, you are going to be allocated a peer mentor. So reach out to them and ask them what type of support they utilise during their first year, and just take advantage of their experience. They'll be able to tell you what they found particularly helpful. They might recommend a particular workshop at LSE Life. They might suggest that you go to our laws program, or they might just share some study tips that they have themselves. Finally, in terms of careers, we have a fabulous careers consultant who is based in the LSE Career Service, but she comes and works in the department one afternoon a week, and she is also available anytime for our law students. Livy runs workshops, many workshops which are specifically targeted at law students, and which will be virtual this term, but she also offers one-to-one appointments. So what she can do is she can help you polish your CV or your covering letter. She can practice interviews with you. Really, Livy is a phenomenal support to our students, so please do reach out to her. Probably you'll do so less in the first year, because obviously in the first year you're settling into the degree and you're learning how to be a law student. But in the second and third year, you're probably looking at applying for vacation schemes and training contracts, and that's when Livy is particularly helpful. There is a link there to the careers webpage, so you might like to go and explore that. And Livy will be doing a welcome to students in week 1 of term. So wellbeing support, there's a huge range of wellbeing support in the school outside the role that Mega plays in the department. So first and foremost, there's the LSE Disability and Wellbeing Service. They organise inclusion plans for students with long-term disabilities or medical conditions, including recommendations for individual exam adjustments. They have some fantastic mental health advisors and disability advisors who will work with you if you have a disability or a mental health issue and need additional support. So please do reach out to them. There's also student counselling. There is counselling available for students. I think you get several free appointments each year, and they also offer a daily drop-in session for students who need urgent support. So information about the Disability and Wellbeing Service and student counselling are available at the links you see above. Most of their sessions this term are being run via Zoom, but they are both based in the same building and work alongside each other. Within your student residence, if you're living in your student residence, there is a warden team. I'm actually a warden at High Holborn student residence, so I live there and I provide after hour support with my sub-wardens, my 4 sub-wardens, for students who may have pastoral issues, or also for discipline, obviously, which this year will probably be mainly related to people following the guidance on COVID-19. However, we are there, we're living in, and if you have any wellbeing issues that you need help with, if you're not feeling well, if you think that you're sick and you might need to call an ambulance, or if you're just feeling homesick and depressed, you can reach out to us. You'll find on the residence's website a list of your wardens and sub-wardens, or you can just contact your hall reception and they'll give the sub-warden on duty a call. We also have a fabulous student law society, and you will have already met some of the members of the law society. They have a welfare officer, but this year will be Daria Akhtari, who's a second year LLB student, and you can see her email there. So do reach out to her if you just want to have a chat to somebody who might understand the situation that you're in. We have LSE safe contacts, so those are people who you can contact within the school if you're experiencing bullying, harassment, and also sexual violence. There's also a students peer support scheme. So if you go to the website, you will see quite a lot of information about what those students do and where they are located. There are usually peer supporters allocated to each of the LSE student residences, as well as general peer supporters. So if you want to talk to a student who may or may not be a law student, confidentially about what you're going through, if you're having a difficult time, please do reach out to them. They really are very dedicated students, and they have been specifically trained to be able to support their peers. So finally, for any administrative or procedural issues, or if you just don't know where to go, just reach out to your LLB administrative teams. That's myself as manager, Laura Ann Royal, who's our student experience and program delivery officer, and Laurie Ingram, who's our undergraduate programs administrator. And both Laura Ann and Laurie have studied law, so they do understand what it's like to be a law student. They do understand the pressures that you go through. So, you know, come and have a chat, meet us via Zoom. If you don't know where you need to go for support, if you're just a bit confused, just reach out to us. We're always happy to help. And there will be at least one member of the team on campus during the week throughout Michaelmas term. We're based just behind the law reception on level 6.
Perfect. So finally, just to emphasize sort of the message that we gave you at the beginning, I'm sure that was a lot of information to take on, but you'll have access to the PowerPoint if you just want to go through it slowly, or you ever do need to look up resources. But I think the key message is academic and wellbeing support are available throughout your time at LSE, and we never want you to be under the illusion that there isn't going to be somebody there to support you, because there literally always will be, and usually multiple people who would be willing and want to support you, whatever the issue may be that you're facing. So please, please, please do reach out to us, even if it's just with a question and you don't know who to give that question to and who can answer it. If you literally approach any one of us, we can always advise you on the best person to go to, or, you know, who might be able to give you the most accurate advice for what it is that you need or you want. Or if you just need someone to talk to, I'm always here, the team are always here, Sarah's always here. Do come and engage with us, and just remember that we are always here for you throughout your time on the LLB. Take care.